Hey, it's Chris Coughlin. Welcome to Real Estate System Secrets. And I'm super excited to talk to you today because I'm going to ask you a favor. I'm going to ask for your help. I'm going to be a little bit transparent and tell you some things that we're thinking about within Real Estate System Secrets, and some things that we're considering a pivot within the business model and the things that we're doing that I'm super excited about. And I hope you will be as well. But I'm going to ask you to respond to realestatesystemsecrets@gmail.com. Send us an email and give us your feedback and tell us, thumbs up, thumbs down, or not sure, or you might be interested, or whether you think this would be something that would be of interest to you, just from your perspective. So to give you a little bit of backdrop, what we're trying to pivot is, here to date, we've sort of created Real Estate System Secrets as a mirror image of the things that I've been doing to become a top real estate agent. I've been among the top 1% of the 70,000 plus agents within the Coldwell Banker network in North America for the last 5 years. I've had, number 5 in the state of Colorado last year with Coldwell Banker. Been very successful in my local market. I've stood out and differentiated myself in a very quick amount of time, become a rising star within Coldwell Banker and in my market. And so people ask me, well, what have you done? How did you do that? How were you able to be so successful so quickly? And I also started it in the downturn in 2009, the height of the recession. So that wasn't a great time to get my real estate license, but I had a lot of business experience, sales and marketing and leadership and management and entrepreneurship before I became a real estate agent. So I think that really helped me. And when we started Real Estate System Secrets, it was all about, okay, what are the things that I'm doing? What are the core fundamentals that I'm doing? What are the steps that other agents could use to be successful and replicate those things? And so we have spent a ton of time and effort and money really to disseminate that information to help other agents. And we've done coaching programs. We've created an online academy. We created the Steps to Success program. We've done a ton of training videos and how-tos and lots of stuff. And some of the feedback we've gotten from agents, and just to be totally transparent, it hasn't been as overwhelming as I thought. I was anticipating a little bit higher take rate and higher interest. And one of the things that we've heard was that there's a lot of things that I do, and not everybody can replicate those things that I do. I came from a technology background, and to be honest, there's a lot of real estate agents that I'm 57 years old that are around my same age and have been in the business for a long time. Started in the business before social media was around, started in the business before personal websites were around, started in the business before, a lot of the email platforms were in place, and a lot of the internet marketing and advertising and just the whole internet thing has been very confusing and complex for a lot of people. And then people are like, well, how have you been able to be so successful? And, we kind of laid it out in the steps to success in our online academy and this and that. But what we focused on really was teaching agents how to do those things. And the feedback that we got was, and we were just recently, Shelby and I, at a marketing conference, and we were in this mastermind group, and we were talking about some of the challenges that we were having in our business, Real Estate System Secrets, to reach as many agents as possible. And people asked us, okay, well, what's the number one core thing that you do that differentiates you? If you were going to offer that as a done-for-you service as opposed to a how-to or a coaching service, would that be beneficial to a lot of agents? And that's really the question that I'm posing for you today. So if you look at kind of this graphic right here, and if you think about the number one thing that I do, we talk a lot about publishing and publishing premium content. So this market report that I do every single month, this is the same market report, different, but inside there's an infographic, there's a narrative. I do bar charts and pie charts and graphs and tables, and I give a lot of really detailed information in here about my market. This report, I think, is like 14 pages. So I go through this, and I realize that in order to do that, the steps to prepare that, the steps to put that in the newsletter and the blog and social media and repurpose the content, there's a lot of moving parts. So this is a doodle that I created that kind of shows the market report as the core, and then at the top this lead gen website, and it kind of goes around with all these components, the things that the weekly blog, the monthly newsletter, the video, social media posting, lead magnet, autoresponder messaging. So all these things are components, and we were trying to determine what were the core things that we would be able to offer, and that would be of the most value to real estate agents in their business if we did it as a done-for-you service. So if we kind of think of it as an agency model, if we were your marketing department and we were stepping in and helping you to execute and implement all these things, and what does that look like? So if you look at this graphic, you have this here, and then this is you on top. You're the expert, you're the authority, you're the king in your, or queen in your market. You're promoting yourself, and you're building this factory, if you will, that generates leads. You're leveraging systems that we create, and we push the buttons for you, and then the end result is that you get clients, you get leads, and you end up with incremental commissions, gross commission income and net commissions in your business that support your business, your lifestyle, your family, your future, all of those things that we all strive for. So that's the big question. So if we were going to offer this as a done-for-you service, this done-for-you marketing program, would that be of interest to you? Would you, and again, just kind of give you the backdrop, we would create the market report. We would post it. We'd create a website. We'd post it. We'd create a blog. We'd post it. We would post this on social media. We would do a number of different things, and we're still working through the details. But at a very high level, would that be of interest to you? Would that be something that would help you? And I kind of look at this as there's a segment of real estate agents, and there may be some that are above or below this, but if you look at the segment of real estate agents that have been pretty successful in the business for 10 to 15 years or more, primarily built their business around relationships and whatever marketing things that they've done, but this sort of technology wave has passed them by, or they kind of, instead of surfing on the wave, the wave crashed on their head. And I talk to a lot of agents. I see a lot of agents that just aren't leveraging technology the way they could, and it's just because it's daunting. And things change so quickly, and so a lot of agents say, "Gosh, I don't even know where to start, so I'm not going to start." Or they dip their toe in the water and it doesn't work, or they don't have a lot of patience for it, or there are just a lot of reasons. It kind of boils down to, I think, these four things. Number one, they just don't have the time and the effort. They don't have the skill, and they don't have the knowledge or the energy. So there's 4 or 5 things. So those are kind of the things that I've heard as feedback. And so you might respond in the email, realestatesystemsecrets@gmail.com, and tell us, are those concerns of yours? Would this service be of interest to you? Would you be willing to give us some feedback and some input as to what we should do with regard to this service to be able to serve you at the highest level? And so at this point, we're just trying to figure out, what does this look like? And this is kind of the graphic that we have, created to say, okay, this is gonna be you, and we're gonna do these things for you. And we're going to generate these leads over here for you. So think of us as your individual marketing department. And I've heard some agents say, well, you know what? Our brokerage already has a marketing person. They're really smart. And that may be true. But remember that one person is spread among, probably 100 agents in your office. And whatever they're creating it for the whole office, not individually for you. And so even though we all work in a brokerage, we're still competing really with the other agents that are in our office, right? Because we're independent contractors, we're independent agents. Yes, we may be associated with a brokerage, but to a great extent, we're still competing with the same buyers and sellers in the market. And so if you're looking for a way to differentiate yourself, just leveraging the stuff that your brokerage does may not be the thing that's going to make you stand out and be differentiated. So anyway, if you're an agent that's been fairly successful, you just kind of feel like you're losing ground maybe to the technology that's out there, and don't know if you could really go back and learn all those things, or it would take you a lot of time. Or even if you hired somebody, they could leave in the next 6 months, and how much money would you have to pay that person, and how long is it going to take them to get up to speed, and you got to train them and all these kind of things. And it's like the blind leading the blind, perhaps, if they don't know all the things that you want to have them do, or what they should be doing, and you're not sure. So that's what we're trying to decide. Is that something that would be of value to you? If we came to you and said, let us be your marketing department, and of course we're trying to figure out what pricing is the right number, what's the right thing, and I kind of look at it in a couple different ways. I won't go into that now, but maybe we have that conversation as well. If you have an interest and you want to put that in the email, we'd appreciate your input. But anyway, for now, what I'm really just curious about is, does this model make sense to you? Would this be of interest to you? And what feedback would you have for us on the things that are preventing you from leveraging technology, and why this would be helpful to you, and any other things that we could be offering as a done-for-you service? So I appreciate your time today, and I appreciate you helping me help you in your real estate business, and have an awesome day. Thanks so much.